Horses every day. We get so attached to them. They are such amazing.
Age 20-something.
Oh, bless you.
You know, we've still got one else. And it's terrible.
Yes, like I say, please, if anyone knows anything to do with it at all, we'd love to try and help. So let's have a look on Such an Easy Days.
And let Jim stop that one for us. And I'll sneak off to the races. And I hope she does again tonight. My only concern is, again,
We've had a couple of tweets, and Johnny, do you know what? It's always inevitable with you. The world want to see the Mr. Bean impression.
Oh, I don't think so.
I knew it'd be
My
short.
mother-in-law's watching this, you know. I can't be doing things like that.
And she's never seen it before, no?
No.
Do you get asked to do that quite a lot?
The whole time.
I mean, there is a resemblance, isn't there? Let's be serious. Talia spotted you about half a mile away in the car park.
Should have seen me park. No, I think I was Mr. Bean before Mr. Bean was Mr. Bean, but someone hadn't thrown a brick through my windscreen, I hasten to add. There was a brick on my accelerator, so he can get dressed out of his pyjamas, sitting on the roof.
Well, let's just remind ourselves of what we've got in store this afternoon, because we have got a ton of racing live on Channel 4. We've got 4 races from here at Newbury. We've also
having me on.
It's been a pleasure. Jim, Tom, Tanya, we'll see you later. Please join us back at 2 o'clock. Bye-bye. Heavy. Richard, 10 mils of rain overnight. How bad is it going to be?
Very, very holding, Emma. To be honest, I mean, these skies don't really tell the full story. It was very grey, very miserable here this morning, and we've had, as you mentioned, best part of half an inch of rain, and no doubt that it's definitely going to be heavy ground and very testing.
And it is not dissimilar to this day last year, is it?
No, it isn't. And if you remember back to the November handicap, we almost had the jump season come early.
The frost that we had last night, the ground today is definitely going to be a little bit more dead than it was yesterday. It is absolutely glorious here. But, Simon, that means we have the problem of the sun.
Yes, the forecast is for a brilliantly clear day, and it does look as though it's going to be a problem once again because the sun tends to drop. Plenty of time for jockeys to ride a race. And I remember Ruby Walsh telling me once that he much preferred riding on the new course because he could ride a race. There was a lot more time. He could bide his time before delivering his challenge.
We've also got the antics of Mad Moose down at the start as well.
Yeah, well, I know. What do you reckon? Even money that he starts or not?
Yeah, thanks, Nick. I'm joined by Kieran McAvoy and EmmaSpence, who are very much good friends, but they'll be rivals this afternoon. Jamie, it's good to have him back, isn't it? It's been a while. To enjoyed some good days at Ascot. How unique a track? How much is knowing it's going to be a benefit?
Yeah, I think it's a big plus to have ridden around here. And
both of you, and Nick, back to you. Yeah, I do indeed. I'm joined by Blake Shin, who's obviously from Australia. But Blake, your first real visit of Ascot. You were here during the Royal meeting, but riding-wise, it's good to be here, right? Good to have you.
It's great to be here, yeah, right.
This afternoon, thanks for joining us on the Morning Line. Tom, what news with betting? Sylvester, it's a pleasure to have you with us here in the studio. When you watched those great memories, I'm sure you're really pleased to be in the mix. It's a race that's stooped in history.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
And as a jockey, it's the classics, isn't it, that you dream of winning?
Yeah, it is, yeah, you know.
Well, we haven't just got you with us today. We've got the family for a bit of support. We've got son Ryan, who's 9, and we've also got Vicky to liven everything up of you. It's so nice, isn't it, that the family really get behind you and can be here for these big days. I guess for support, for everything, really.
It is, yeah, you know, it's a big day, like, you know, and it's a lovely meeting, so, and, you know, and I got a few rides today. It's nice to have them here, and it could be even better if I could have a win at the end of the day.
So, come on, Ryan, Vicky, who's the boss of the family?
Dad. Yeah, I try to, yeah. I watch a lot with Shelley, his agent, Shelley Dwyer, and Chris. Try and sort of see where he's going in the week and that's it.
But come on, let's have a few home truths.
Task, because Vicky knows all about it, and Ryan probably analyses quite a lot too. Was it the other day, Ryan, that you told him to change his way of riding?
Ryan, don't you?
Yeah. I tell you what, he is an absolute whiz on the show jumping circuit. And Vicky, I don't know how you do it, because you must have the patience of a saint there all day long and 3 or 4 days at a time. Sylvester, you don't last too long, do you, when you go show jumping? I think you like to get there, watch the class and go home again.
Yeah, and you know, it's a bit like different for me. Like, you know, it takes a bit too long. I like the way it rides.
Yeah.
Time to keep the weight down. You're not going to stick with the show jumping. The racing's Bob's.
When I'm old enough to get my
Johnny
licence
Frankham.
and get a job.
Yeah. Johnny Frankham was a brilliant show jumper before he went become a jockey.
Ryan
Do you think Mummy should ride in the Legends race?
It's incredible, Joseph, isn't it? I mean, the amount he's achieved at such a young age.
And the scrutiny he was under all the time he was riding.
There was quite a dramatic incident which took place at Sandown yesterday. You think when you're sort of spoken about the feature races so here at Doncaster this afternoon, the show very much rolls on because it's a huge card at Leopardstown this evening. He'll be with us throughout the programme. Before we quiz him and grill him about his rides this afternoon, let's just remind ourselves of what a wonderful year it's been so far. So much success and still so young. Is this the life that you envisaged growing up?
Well, I hope.
For Norway, didn't you? Not the traditional path to becoming a jockey in England. What enticed you to come here and how did you get into it? It's always quite enjoyable, isn't
Your
it?
dad's a
Watching
very
back.
grounded bloke. I mean, he worked for quite a long time.
Looking back at the way the season's gone, just watching those clips of the Group 1s and everything else, which particular one's given you most satisfaction? Ascot last weekend. There aren't too many Norwegian trained winners, but Easy Road was good. You looked daft. Great stuff. Yeah. It's so nice to see that raw emotion afterwards. I mean, do you know Catherine quite well?
I do. I'm big. They haven't got many horses. I know them from when I was this big, so...
You go off to the Arc. Everyone wants a winner there. Group 1, Pre-Marcel Boussac. Well, you were appointed to your job with Godolphin. You've had some good ones along the years, of course. John Gosden, I'm sure, huge mentor. Andrew Borden, extremely important. Whether you're a jockey, whether you're a footballer, any sports star, things are turbulent. There's always changes around the corner, and inevitable at some point you're going to go different ways.
Sport's about results, and if the results don't come, usually...
We've had some good jobs. John Gosden probably came a privilege it is to have that access. But here, live in the studio here at Newmarket, it's a packed studio. Frankie Dettori, Jim McGrath, Graham Cunningham, and also David Simcock, who's got 2 runners in our feet last week. Do get in touch by social media, Twitter, Facebook, all the other ways. And, of course, we'll react to that throughout the programme. But let's get back to Ireland and join Nick. Yeah, thank you.
It's all very well dropping in, but it's how far you...
The race for, you know, that you've had in mind for quite a long time.
Yeah, he's Harvich, so it's a very obvious programme for us like him.
OK, well, let's have a look at the favourite, Quick Jack, because he finished 3rd at the Cheltenham Festival. And he comes here banging form from a and John Gosden went very close, quite a long time ago, to winning this race. And can you believe it? You come up against Vintage Crop. He was pretty unlucky that day. He thought he had the handicap good thing of the year. We've had a look at Swindon, haven't we? And sort of concluded that...
Well, Swindon was got a big pull with Quick Jack. Cut-off point for very high. 9 horses have reached the frame.
Very good.
Yeah. Perfect for your horse.
It would be ideal, but the forecast isn't great for the end of the morning.
Sorry,
no problem.
I'm moving you on.
My wife does that.
I was going to ask you about Brass Ring, because he's a very different type of horse. He's coming from a higher level. He's coming from, you know...
Yes, you know, his horse come...
And guys, what about Moidor? Chance?
2 horses time.
OK. Do we have a conclusion?
No.
No.
Well, I'd also like to mention Groovejet. I mean, she's...
Listen, I'm not as confident as when I had Daddy.
Continue our chat in a few minutes' time, but first of all, let's get back to Coolmore and Nick. I have to say, I'm a big fan of the favourites here, Etna, and what a popular result it would be. Mick Easterby up in Yorkshire.
At least if he wins, we'll get a good interview.
Even if we can't broadcast it.
A lot of beeps.
Now, yeah, well, let's have a look at last year's winner, Mass Rally. What do you make of this one, David? But O'Mara has had the most unbelievable season throughout.
Oh, he's also flying.
Yeah, particularly winning the Abbey last weekend, winning the big sprint at Haydock. He's got what?
He's a future group horse. He was very good at the Cara.
This is a strong possibility that it could be won by a Yorkshire trainer. Michael Dodds, we've reflected briefly on Mass Rally. He also trained Spinatrix, so he beat a couple of these at Ripon last time out. What do you make of this form, Jim?
Spinatrix is tremendous at Ripon. We should
see Mr. Easterby.
Well, I'm very glad I'm not at York, but Gina will be, so I'll leave that particular privilege with her. Jim, Graham, watchable for you, David? Thank you, Tans. I'm very comfortable in the studio and in good company as always too. Tom Siegel and Jim McGrath. We're going to start before we look ahead with reflecting on what was a brilliant day for Ascot winner. Well, it didn't take him long to make it 51, did he, in the big race of the day with Order of St George. And he sort of had to get out and then he powered down the outside.
It's interesting.
Yeah, the chances are he might end up in the Arc at the end. It was Prima Timo for lots of reasons winning the last race for Alan King.
Well,
for everyone, it's that feel-good factor at the end of the day, wasn't it?
It was great, wasn't it? It's nice to see the little guy win.
It's a sting in the tail in that race because Guy Fawkes was well fancied to going into the race, owned and bred by the Queen, and unfortunately this one had to be put down after. Larry Ocker, as a 2-year-old, looked very good at Salisbury. On similar ground.
Yeah, it was very testing ground this time. On ground that wouldn't have suited the Queen Anne, so the form's stacking up well. He's going to run really well. I think he's the main danger to Quiet Reflection. He's providing a different muchness and I think he's coming in with a different strand, so maybe I'd give him a shot.
You say he's the main danger. Do you think the favourite's the most likely winner?
I do, yeah. I mean, coming here this morning before I saw the video...
Favourite and quiet reflection. Nick, what have you got? Maidall and should go in the ground, but he's probably...
I mean, they crawled round there and then sprinted up the last 4.
Well, what about the form of the Derby? Humphrey Bogart was supplemented for £75,000, and they were justified doing just that.
This horse, isn't he?
Yeah,
the dam of
section.
Yeah, they have hard races. Can they bounce back?
I mean, it's funny, isn't it? Because you think sometimes, well, they haven't had that hard a race, but actually...
That's a different saying.
Like a bit of jet setting pink champagne.
She hasn't touched the orange juice, has she?
No, funny that. Right, team tips. We need a great day in store. Thank you very much indeed for both of you, as always, for your input, and we'll look forward to day 4 later on. For the blue team. Johnny, big day for you today. Mrs. Danvers in the super sprint. Unbelievably, but the guts of 250,000 with a realistic chance.
Yes, it's great.
Today. Here we are, front page of the Racing Mirror. You know you're there when you're dominating the front pages.
I've always been a star and a Mirror man.
Oh, you're in the Star too? Hold on a minute, here we go.
Yeah.
Funny enough, that oozed in sincerity. But there'll be lots of people sitting...
First of all, I tried to buy her. I said, well, would you take...
1,200.
Yeah, exactly. But they were clever enough to turn that down. And
jockey booking early for these races because there aren't many that can do
it is, and you know, it's very hard to find someone that can genuinely do 8 stone and is a top race jockey.
The question, Johnny, you're on about the pedigree there. That's the question for punters.
Incident's been soft ground. I mean, he's had a fantastic year, Helvellyn, and soft ground does. For an 18 grand conditions race, and he says that's nice, but it's just the way she's done it.
This morning the party's back on.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
No, it's nice of you, so punters know the full story.
There are just 22 others in the lineup to beat, and the leading fancy, I guess, is Clem Fandango, who is looking to do what Tiggy Wiggy did. Went off favourite for that Newmarket maiden, so that speaks volumes. You know, they're quite competitive down there, and he's only got a few horses, hasn't he?
He does very well. He had the second in the Nell Gwyn this year. He's had
the super sprint to an intriguing renewal of the Hackwood Stakes. How do they bet here? Because there's some clash on Mr. Lupton in a minute, but before that, the tin. What took your eye? What did you like?